New bill would allow President Trump to give Israel B-2 stealth bombers along with the bunker-busting bombs if Iran goes nuclear. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce joins us. Great to see you this morning, Tammy. Let's begin there. What are the risks in doing this, do you think?
Well, look, obviously, in the State Department, we're in the business of diplomacy. That is the Department of Defense and the White House. Implementing the president's vision when it comes to America first, what advances America's policies, what the president envisions is important. And that, of course, is supporting our allies around the world. Israel is one of those allies. And these are the kinds of decisions that we have with the one guiding hand in this nation, which is President Trump. And obviously, with the condition of the world, his approach of diplomacy has worked in a number of areas when it comes to not just ceasefires, but peace agreements, et cetera, like with the DRC and the Congo. I mean, there's an important dynamic there, but also when it comes to the emergence of a new Middle East after our action regarding Iran. So ultimately, what the president decides and what America does is going to be best for America and then, of course, ultimately best for the world.
Talking of Iran, Tammy, what are the chances still that Iran gets a bomb?
Well, I think now it's pretty clear after the destruction of their system, of their nuclear capabilities. Certainly, they will not get a nuclear weapon. That was not aspirational by President Trump. That's a statement. It is clear now that is the case. But they did withdraw from cooperating with the IAEA, which has been noted was not a wise decision. There still needs to be cooperation to make sure that the Iranian people can, and that country can return to the normal group of nations. So the president wants this to work out for everyone, including, of course, the Iranian people themselves.
But it's not a good sign that the Iranian president has ordered the country to suspend its cooperation with the nuclear inspectors, right? I mean, that's just, I mean, it's an interesting decision based on what's happened up to now.
Yeah, this is, of course, the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism. That doesn't happen just overnight. This is their thematic framework. It has been bad for the Iranian people, bad for the Middle East, bad for humanity. They have an opportunity now to return to some kind of normal order. The president, again, wants everyone to have a future, and this is an opportunity they should not miss. But the president also is determined to make sure that his agenda is seen and implemented, and that, remember, is about them not having a nuclear weapon, and that is not going to occur at any point.
All right, let's switch subjects, Tammy. President Trump and Vladimir Putin speaking now, apparently, or have been speaking. Tomorrow, the president reportedly plans to speak with President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. I guess this is the big question, Tammy. Is there going to be a ceasefire deal reached, do you think?
Well, look, that has been the goal of the president. That has been we've been the world's largest supporter of Ukraine and the nature of what's happened there. But he's made it clear from the start. He's gotten the parties to the table. He's done that around the world with conflicts and warring nations. But that is what has to happen. Nothing else can be decided until there's a ceasefire. You can't make decisions about what a peace would look like until you stop shooting at each other. The president has made his opinion about Vladimir Putin clear. We've shown our support and continue to for Ukraine. But we've also stated, as has Secretary of State Marco Rubio, that this now belongs in the hands of the parties. They must have that conversation and come to these decisions themselves. And of course, as President Trump has shown, his generosity, his interest in wanting to help facilitate the ceasefire to end the carnage. This is not something that can be won militarily, and it has to end, and we know that is the message from President Trump.
And one more quickly for you, Tammy. I wanted to talk about this. Federal officials warning about lone wolf terror threats to the 4th of July celebrations. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, it's, I think, a lot of common sense. Look, the world has been disrupted Iran is in a very different place. There are individuals, as we know, we see around the world who are willing to commit terrorism, to kill people. This is an important a day. It's the Independence Day for the United States of America. So it's, I think, about common sense. Also, in fact, check with state.gov if you're traveling for the nature of what's happening with other countries and advice there. We have that at state.gov. And also with your local authorities, making sure that where you're attending, that you've got all the advice from your local authorities as well. But of course, enjoy the holiday, enjoy the birthday of this nation effectively,
yes.
But be wise. And it's going to be a fantastic day. It's going to be the 250th birthday for America in our America First agenda, and looking forward to a future which is obviously now brighter for everyone here at home.
And very quickly, just to get back to this lone wolf threat, there are Iranians that have come across the border when it was wide open. That is a big concern, obviously.
It is, and we talked about this at the time during the last administration.
Yes.
The number of people who are on the terrorist watch list that we knew had come over. The issue becomes who we didn't know who came over, right? From both the northern and the southern borders. This is obviously, now we've got a DOJ, we've got an attorney general, we've got a president who understands the importance of safety in this country, and that is now built up. We know just President Trump's presence has sealed that border, but it is about from city to city, town to town, knowing that we recognize the importance of safety in the streets, but you're going to get certainly alerts like this. We are ready for it, but Americans need to have that in mind as we move forward.
Thank you so much, Tammy Bruce, for being here. Always great to see you, and have yourself a great 4th of July.
Thank you. You too. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you very much, Tammy Bruce.